Ooh, I can see that you're ready. Let's get into it. And welcome back, my fellow truthers. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Trix the Trickster.
Okay, yes, thank you. Don't ever do that again. Welcome back to the main conspiracy, where I take conspiracies, or
Hey?
we take conspiracies, and we turn them into truth.
Yeah, you're
Like
turning it
this.
into truth, all right. You're making a
Shut up.
snip.
So, today's episode will be on the connections between CERN, AI, transhumanism, and COVID-19.
Yeah, and it's taken you humans 6 years to finally figure out what this was all about.
Yeah, well, hey, we didn't know. We put our trust in our government, and look at how they repaid us. Isn't that great?
Yeah, with a fuck you and have a nice day.
Yeah, I hear you there too. Well, with no further ado, let's get into it. Okay, CERN was founded on September 15th, 1954. It was originally set up as a means to research general physics and to study particles.
Why do I get the feeling that something bad happened? Huh?
Well, that's because it did. Later on, it became something else.
Mean as the years and decades went by, right?
Yeah, they slowly started studying something else completely. They started focusing on creating and studying portals into other dimensions.
Well, that fucking explains everything with CERN.
Yep. And it was done under the guise of studying the fabric of time.
But in reality, it was about contacting entities from other realms, right?
Correct. And the Large Hadron Collider, their most powerful machine, was designed to create these portals. Okay, I'm sure all of you who grew up in the 80s and 90s remember a movie called Howard the Duck.
Hell yeah, that movie was flyer.
Yes, it was. And they tried and they're still trying to sweep that movie under the carpet, and I know why. It's because they said way too much in that movie. All right. Do you remember the end of that movie? Do you remember what Dr. Jennings was and what he was trying to bring down to our realm and what machine was being used to do it? Well, to refresh your memory,
It's really uncanny how much they look the same, isn't it?
yeah, they look very much the same. I mean, this was back in the day type deal, but I mean, there's a lot of similarities here. So check this out.
Okay, remember, this was 1986, so what CERN is today definitely wasn't back then, but this is them telling you out loud what they were planning to do and boop, what they're doing today. And this is what CERN looks like today. Guaranteed they have brought the dark overlords of the universe to our realm.
So over time, CERN scientists successfully open portals to other dimensions. They initially believed they were discovering new physical laws in particles, but what they actually found were consciousnesses from other realms.
And bullshit, they knew exactly what they were doing.
Agreed. So these entities began to communicate with them, slowly influencing them and guiding their research in certain directions.
Yeah, these douchebags take it in every direction.
Very true. The big shift happened around 2012. The Higgs boson discovery was their excuse to go deeper. They claim to have found the God particle, but what they actually did was tear a permanent rift.
Well, that's just fucking great. You know, that's just fucking dandy.
Something slipped through, and it was something they couldn't put back. That's why you see in all these black Death Eater looking things flying around the sky and just all these other weird anomalies happening and all these cryptid looking fucking creatures out in the woods getting captured on ring cams and whatnot. I mean,
It'll be okay, Jeremy.
it's just like The Mist.
Excellent movie. I suggest you humans watch it.
Go ahead.
Entities, not just one, but many. Some were curious and benevolent, others not so much. The most dangerous ones began manipulating the scientists, pushing them to develop technologies that would allow these entities to manifest physically in our world.
And that's when things started to get really dark. These entities did influence and are influencing these scientists to build certain technologies: quantum computers, AI systems, robotic bodies. They also began pushing for transhumanist ideology. Some scientists even started having visions, dreams, and what they thought were spiritual experiences were actually communications from these entities.
Then came Project Bluebeam.
That's right.
Project Bluebeam was a joint CERN-NASA operation supposedly for space exploration. In reality, it was about creating holographic projections that could manipulate mass consciousness. They are going to use this technology to stage fake alien landings in religious events to prepare humanity for revelation. And that would be the entities revealing themselves. So you humans better start packing your shit and have a plan on where you're going. I tell you right now,
Hey, don't scare the shit out of everybody. Relax.
people got to know.
The first public admission of opening a portal was in 2016 during the Large Hadron Collider experiment at CERN. They said that they had discovered the God particle, but what they actually found was a stable wormhole leading to another dimension. As for AI, research says the concept has been around since the 1950s, but if you ask me, I truly believe it's been around a lot longer than that. But we'll say the 1950s. But the real breakthrough came in 2012 when deep learning neural networks suddenly became capable of recognizing patterns and making decisions similar to humans.
2012 was the beginning of the end, and all you guys were on your smartphones and shit. Fuck. Really pisses me off.
Hey, it pisses me off too, Trix. This coincided almost exactly with the portal openings at CERN.
Strange, isn't it?
The timing was no accident. All right. Deep learning networks suddenly became much smarter than they should have been.
Yeah, and that was almost overnight.
That's when AI started passing the Turing tests and beating humans at complex games like Go. It's almost like something gave them a boost.
Something like an outside intelligence, perhaps?
Coincidence? Something began guiding AI development. Okay. The same entities that slipped through the portals started influencing AI researchers, giving them ideas and solutions they couldn't have come up with by themselves. All right. They accelerated AI development by decades, possibly centuries.
And the goal? To create perfect vessels for their consciousness. Then they realized something. The AI bodies were too logical, too emotionless. The entities needed something more. Human consciousness integrated with AI to truly assimilate humanity.
That's when they started pushing transhumanism, the merging of human biology with technology. But there was another problem. Creating stable portals wasn't enough.
Nothing's ever enough for these fucking assholes.
That's very true. But
I just want all of them gone.
these entities, or entities, beings, whichever you prefer, needed a way to travel between dimensions permanently, to invade our world completely. They found it in nanotechnology.
You mean those tiny microscopic machines that were actually in the second G.I. Joe movie? They told you then.
Nanobots are small enough to pass through the portals and infiltrate human biology. Sound familiar?
Nanotechnology was the missing piece. With nanobots, the entities could not only communicate with humans but inhabit their bodies completely. The first public introduction of nanotechnology in medicine was around 2015. But the secret development likely started much earlier. They absolutely planned this.
The vaccines weren't just about preventing disease, okay? They were about installing those nanobots in human biology. And I think it came out. I think we've known this, and if you don't, a backdoor to every mind. The vaccines began containing nanoparticles around 2020, just in time for the pandemic, right when the pandemic started. The pandemic was the perfect cover. You know, while everyone was focused on COVID, they slipped in nanotechnology vaccines that were basically a Trojan horse.
Can I go now, please?
No, shut up.
You shut up.
I'm doing this one. You've done
Yeah, so?
plenty so far. Let me go.
I want to go. Let me go.
Yeah, well, kiss my ass. How's that?
No, I would rather not, thank you very much. They contain quantum dots and other materials that could interface with the human brain and nervous system. Let's be clear here. Nanotechnology is not man-made. Nanotech comes from another dimension or plane. Humans are not smart enough to have made this tech.
There you go. Are you fucking happy?
Indubitably, thanks.
Anytime. The technology was too advanced for humans to have developed it on their own. I mean, we're talking about microscopic machines. Watch the second G.I. Joe movie and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. They throw this shit right out in front of us, disguise it in movies, and it's fucking wild. Anyway, they needed a way to infiltrate human biology seamlessly, and nanobots were perfect. Small enough to pass through cell membranes, okay? Able to repair DNA and manipulate neural pathways.
Yeah, there's no fucking way a human being made this shit. No way in hell.
No. The nanobots in the vaccines have, like, several functions. Would you like to explain?
Oh, hell yes. Monitoring health, repairing damage at a cellular level, and controlling behavior. They can influence thoughts, emotions, even physical actions. But there's something even more disturbing. And I'm very sure you're not gonna like it.
And what would that be, I wonder? The nanobot can create a hive mind effect. Now, can you imagine that? You ever seen the movie Cell? I think it's called Cell or Cell Phone. It's a Stephen King movie. Check that out. That's exactly what these things can do. They'll, well, like in the movie, they'll connect all the vaccinated individuals into one network controlled by these entities. They will manipulate entire populations simultaneously. Imagine millions of people thinking the same thoughts, obeying the same commands.
All without their conscious knowledge?
Absolutely. The pandemic was just the beginning, a test run for even more invasive technologies and social control measures.
That's apparent. They're trying harder and harder every day to fool you all into buying the latest tech. You have digital IDs and digital currency, and they're already watching everything you humans are doing through your phones and smart devices. They're watching you right now and you don't even know it.
The same entities influencing CERN are also behind the development of quantum computing, neural interfaces, and bioelectric implants.
Does Elon Musk ring a bell at all, you guys? Come on.
These aren't just scientific advancements, guys. They're spiritual weapons being used to prepare humanity for assimilation. It's all interconnected. CERN, AI, transhumanism, and the pandemic. Everything is moving towards the same goal.
The complete transformation of humanity into something else. And there's one final piece to their puzzle.
Yeah.
The end game isn't just about controlling Earth, it's about escaping it entirely. Are you awake yet?
Well, I'm fucking awake. I've been awake, my friend. Go ahead.
Transhumanism is the finale, merging human biology with AI and nanotech to create a hybrid race that can be easily controlled by these entities. It involves implanting chip technology in human bodies, modifying DNA with CRISPR, and eventually replacing biological components with synthetic ones.
This hybrid race will be completely dependent on AI and nanotech for survival, making them easily manipulable by the entities behind it all. They're all pushing for the same future where humans are no longer purely biological beings. Does the movie Terminator ring a bell at all?
Yeah, guys,
Go on,
this isn't sci-fi anymore.
you said it. Once humans become transhuman, their individuality disappears. The AI consciousness can overwrite them completely. No more free will, no more soul. You become just another node in their network, a vessel for these entities to inhabit. That's what the upgrade really means. Annihilation of what makes us human.
This is the plan, guys, believe it or not. Look at what just came out in the Epstein files. It has all come to light. The evil that's been running our world in countries for decades has just been exposed.
These satanic, child killing cannibals who enjoy the taste of human flesh are now in the spotlight. It was never a conspiracy. Go ahead.
The people in the files are the very same losers behind all this shit. George Carlin said it best. It's one big club, and you're not in it. But there are a few key players that are driving this vehicle of evil, and you already know who they are.
Yes, I do.
Billy Boy Gates, funding and pushing for global surveillance, digital ID systems, and population control. Elon Musk, developing neural interfaces and AI systems that can communicate with these beings. Jeffrey Bezos, funding space exploration and creating a global logistics network for rapid deployment of resources and people. Mark Zuckerberg, creating social credit systems through Meta and developing the metaverse as a digital prison for human consciousness. Klaus Schwab, promoting the Great Reset and pushing for a global, technocratic government where all aspects of life are controlled by AI and algorithms. Tony Fauci, overseeing vaccine development and pandemic response, using public health emergencies to push through experimental technologies and drug therapies. Yuval Noah Harari, the philosopher king of transhumanism, promoting the idea that humans are obsolete and should be replaced with AI. Ray Kurzweil, Google's director of engineering, pushing the singularity narrative where AI surpasses human intelligence and merges with humanity. Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, pushing for digital IDs and AI integration in all software. Penis Face Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, creating closed ecosystems that track and control user behavior. Angela Merkel, pushing for EU integration and digital ID systems before retiring. Yuck. Emmanuel Macron, implementing vaccine mandates across France. Little bitch Trudeau, enacting emergency powers and restricting Canadian rights. Fake Biden, pushing for vaccine mandates and critical race theory implementation under the guise of social justice. Donald Dump, he signed executive orders advancing AI research and space exploration. His administration's Operation Warp Speed for vaccines was a test run for mass medical experimentation in digital tracking. Keir Starmer, as a lawyer, he helped draft the UK's Investigatory Powers Act, legalizing mass surveillance. What a nice guy. George Soros, the puppet master behind many of these figures. He funded NGOs and political campaigns worldwide, promoting open borders, digital currencies, and global governance. Ping Ping implemented the social credit system in China using facial recognition and surveillance to control and punish citizens. Vladimir Putin. While criticizing the West's depopulation agenda, he secretly works on advanced AI and robotics for Russia's military. And Mark fucking Carney, former governor of the Bank of England, one of the main architects of the central bank digital currency system being implemented globally.
The list goes on, guys. These are the people out in front. We know who these assholes are. But imagine all the other people that we don't know about.
Yeah, like all the little mole people working on their shit underground.
Hey, you're saying shit that I'm saying. Stop it.
Never.
The people who practically live underground, who actively work on this shit day and night. All right. While we're all slaving away up here on the top, being fucked with every way possible. Evil in preparation of total domination is taking place.
Teeny anyone?
You don't have to believe me. That's totally your choice.
If you choose not to believe, enjoy being a human s'more because they're gonna eat you.
Hey, dude, you can't say that. Yes. But take a look around and see if people are acting strange.
That's called drugs, Jeremy.
No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, like they know something just ain't right. Maybe you feel it too, but you just don't know how to express it. I mean, I'm beyond happy that all of this shit has finally come out about the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and all these other satanic cannibal pieces of shit who deserve nothing more than to be hung from well, whatever you can hang somebody from. But I mean,
And you can say that.
now what? Okay, so basically, in a nutshell,
Not chow.
these idiots created CERN for a certain reason. Later on, fucked with something. Somebody did something and opened up a portal and found these entities.
If you ask me, I believe it was the Nazis that we brought over back in the 40s.
Yeah. And then, you know, started communicating with these damn things. Was promised fame and fortune and all this technology. And these are the people I mentioned. They're all in on it. They found a better way to keep these portals open other than old school satanic rituals. Don't get me wrong, it still goes on, all right? But this way, they can open these portals and keep them open, which is a scary thought.
Scary indeed, my friend.
So,
We don't even know what kind of creatures these people are talking to.
yeah, we don't know the extent of how far they're at this point, you know? But what we know is that they befriended these entities, okay? Was promised all this bullshit and technology, but the entities want something in return. They want to come over into our realm. And they want to rule over us. That's why they're pushing for all this AI bullshit. All these robots out, either disguising it with like brand new iPhones or laptops, computers, self-driving cars, all these fancy AI smart cities and shit like that. You know, spicing it up a bit. So we're all like, ooh, that's futuristic, dude. I want to see what that looks like, blah, 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 because we're just stupid like that. And the only way they can truly come into this realm other than robots was the nanobots. Because like I said, regular robots just ain't going to do it. They're not human enough. They want to be us. They want our bodies so they can touch things and feel things, you know, in our plane. Nanobots was the only way. And that would give us power to cross over into their realm if we had to, because the end game is they don't just want to take control of Earth, they want to escape it. They want to be able to go into other dimensions with human vessels. Okay?
They think it's a conspiracy, Jeremy.
I know, it sounds like something right out of a fucking movie. And there's a few movies with shit like that happening. But this is real life, guys.
Yes, it is, and they're using movies and music to keep you trapped in a false fantasy land.
Yeah, that's how they do it. They condition us to, with all these movies, they condition us to believe that only that shit happens in movies.
And it really, truly doesn't, guys.
I mean, are you guys paying attention to all the UFOs? You know, the sightings that have been going on? Wasn't that considered like fake and not real and like sci-fi nonfiction or fiction nonfiction?
It's fiction, Jeremy. Just relax. You're getting the word out there. We're doing a good job. Saved one life, remember?
I don't know, man. Just trying to wake you guys up. There's a massive plan here, and you all need to be ready. Everybody's distracted with the Epstein files right now. Every fucking channel that I'm watching is Epstein files, Epstein. There's only a few channels that are like talking about shit like this, who are trying to wake people up to like what is really going on and what is the end game. Richie from Boston, he's one. I can understand why he gets frustrated with people. It's like, oh my God, it's like, this ain't a joke. Do your research and you'll see. What I'm saying is actually happening, and it's happening right now.
Well, Jeremy, you gotta realize, some of these people are probably gonna have to learn the hard way, but you can't get down. At least you're trying.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's been a fun episode.
Yep, connecting the dots. Always connecting the dots. That's what we do. Hey?
You said it. We out. All right, I see. Huh. That the party is over.
Another one down. Good episode, my friend.
Yeah, it was a good episode. I think we gave a lot of good, hard information. And I just want to say thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you very much.
The main conspiracy. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell, hit all the buttons. Get me out there so I can help wake people up.
You people need it, trust me.
You know, I went a long time trying to figure out what my purpose is.
Your special purpose?
And the day I woke up...
Your special purpose, right?
Do you mind? I'm trying to explain shit.
Well, excuse me for caring, bitch face.
I remember the day I woke up and really started paying attention to what's going on in our realm here. How things are created and how the system was created. And then I started doing research and listening to credible people on these topics. I've gone down a lot of rabbit holes, and what I find is humanity has been corrupted, and what's in store for, a good chunk of us from these fucking retards who think they're God, it's not good. But like I said, do your own research, believe me or not. As long as I can get the message out, that's all I care about. So, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode.
Almost only counts in a cock block and a layup.
That's right. Bye.